Microsoft finally showed its next generation console, Xbox Series X. After months of hype, Xbox Series X games are slowly being announced, and so far, it has a solid list. In this video, I will be showing you a quick glimpse of games that has been confirmed for Xbox Series X. This includes both exclusive games and non-exclusive games. So sit back and enjoy. Let's begin our list with Senua Saga Hellblade 2, a dark fantasy action-adventure game and the next chapter in the Hellblade franchise from developer Ninja Theory. Like the first game, we expect the game will have great character development, amazing acting, captivating cinematics, terrifying environment, and deep storytelling about madness and psychosis. Halo Infinite, one of the most anticipated exclusive games for Xbox, a first-person shooter game co-developed by 343 Industries and Skybox Labs. Halo Infinite is set to be released in late 2020 as a launch title for Xbox Series X. The game is the sixth main entry of the Halo series and will focus on the storyline of the Master Chief. Cyberpunk 2077, the next big RPG from The Witcher 3 developer CD Projekt Red. The game is a sci-fi story about criminals and big corporations. The game has driving elements with massive explorable buildings in a fictional place called Night City. Night City is an American megacity in the free state of California. The game is crawling with rampant gang wars, violent thieves, and day-to-day warfare. With the overwhelming success of The Witcher 3, the expectations for this game is huge. Yakuza Like a Dragon, a role-playing video game developed and published by Sega. It is the eighth main installment in the Yakuza series and it will be a launch title for the Xbox Series X. The game will feature turn-based RPG type combat with a four-person battle team. Yakuza Like a Dragon is the first main game not to have Kazuma Kiryu as its protagonist. Instead, the protagonist will be a new character named Ichiban Kasuga. Bright Memory Infinite, a sci-fi first-person shooter game set in a supernatural futuristic city. Despite the fact that it was made by one person, the game has the qualities of a triple-A game. The player will control Sheila, a member of supernatural science research organization, in order to investigate the strange phenomenon for which scientists can find no explanation for. Call of the Sea, an adventure game set in the South Pacific during the 1930s. Explore a mystical island to find your husband from his missing expedition. Solve puzzles, learn about the secrets of the island, and investigate a lost civilization to fulfill your quest. Join Nora on her emotional journey to find the truth behind the lost ruins and occult mysteries. Dirt 5, a racing video game developed and published by Codemasters. It is the eighth game to carry the Dirt title. The game is focused on off-road racing and will feature rallycross, ice racing, stadium trucks, and off-road buggies. Dirt 5 will also include a dynamic weather system that will affect the race drastically. Dirt 5 will feature a narrative-focused career mode against a rival driver in a series of championships. Aside from that, a four-player split-screen system is also introduced into the game. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, an action role-playing video game developed by Ubisoft Montreal and published by Ubisoft. The game will be based on the history of Vikings against the Britain. The player will control a Viking named Eivor, which can either be a male or female depending on the player's choice. The game will take place in an open world with several main story quests and a number of optional side quests. Like all Assassin's Creed, you'll spend the majority of your time fighting enemies, using a variety of weapons that includes greatswords, flails, shields, swords, axes, and many more. Bandai Namco's Scarlet Nexus, an action role-playing video game from the former developers of the Tales series. The game is set in a distant future of a post-apocalyptic world where the protagonist is from an elite group of psionic soldiers. Scarlet Nexus is a story-driven game where you'll use the powers of psychokinesis to fight against your enemies. Outriders, a third-person shooter developed by People Can Fly and published by Square Enix. The game will let players create their own custom characters and choose from 4 classes. Each of them has unique abilities that players can utilize. That includes Trickster, Pyromancer, Devastator, and the 4th class is not yet revealed. Outriders feature 3-player cooperative multiplayer mode, but the game can be played solo as well. Madden 21, an American football video game based on the National Football League, published by Electronic Arts. The game is a team sport that involves kicking a ball to score a goal. It is the upcoming installment in the long-running Madden NFL series and is set to release in 2020 holiday season for Xbox Series X. Scorn, an atmospheric first-person horror adventure game developed by Ebb Software. The game setting is in a nightmarish universe filled with blood and gore. In the game, you will find yourself in a world that's made up of several regions. You can traverse it in any order you want, as each one has its own story that contributes to the overall narrative. The developers have said that they want the environment and the character to be unsettling, so for horror lovers out there, you should keep an eye on this one. The Medium, an immersive psychological horror game developed by Bloober Team. The protagonist is hounded by vision of a child's murder, where she will travel to an abandoned hotel resort and solve the mysteries of an unthinkable tragedy. From there, the search for difficult answer begins. By living in 2 worlds, the real world and the spiritual one, players will have a wider perspective of what is truth and what is not. The Medium is the largest and most ambitious project of the Bloober team so far, and it is one of the most anticipated horror games for the next generation. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, an action role-playing video game developed by Hardsuit Labs and published by Paradox Interactive. Enter a world of darkness and rise through vampire society. This game portrays a world in which vampires, werewolves, demons, and other creatures shape human history. The Ascent, a solo and co-op action shooter game set in a cyberpunk world developed by Neon Giant. The goal of the game is to stop gangs and hostile corporations from taking over and discover why confusion and chaos spread around the world. In this game, you will shoot and loot enemies, customize and augment your character, and explore the wide range of districts, from deep slums to higher luxury spheres. The Ascent will be a launch title for the Xbox Series X, so keep in mind that this is the alpha footage and plenty could change before its holiday release. And those are the confirmed Xbox Series X games. If you love this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching!